All right, small boy sir squad, gather round. Let's have a little chat, shall we? So I was catching up with a mate over a cup of the good stuff the other day, and he was telling me about this whole baby making adventure he and his partner are on. Now, he's totally cool either way, kids or no kids, whatever life throws their way. But he was saying this whole trying business, holy moly guacamole, is putting a serious strain on things apparently. Like, remember when sex was, fun, spontaneous? Apparently, that's taken a bit of a detour on the road to parenthood. He's feeling like this whole baby project has kind of, messed with their connection, which is a bit of a bummer, right? They weren't exactly rabbits before all this started, but the quality time they did have, he genuinely enjoyed. Never seemed like he was missing out or anything. Though he did mention his drive kind of went into overdrive with a new gig, and suddenly he felt like he couldn't quite keep up with, Then the baby trying started, and it wasn't the walk in the park they maybe naively imagined. And he was saying, and this makes total sense, right? The pressure to perform the whole it's go time thing based on a calendar. Suddenly it feels less like a loving moment and more like a job application. Sometimes, poor guy, he just can't even get in the mood, The stress just builds up. And then there's the whole supplement situation. Sounds less than romantic, doesn't it? And now, here's the kicker. He started to take their previous perfectly happy, intimate life as some kind of inadequacy, blaming the less frequent moments for making this whole must-happen-now situation even harder. So for months now, they've had to put the baby making on hold, but they're just going in circles, not really feeling like they're connecting or wanting to improve things. He's definitely not initiating anything. And when he does try, it just feels off. And it's not like he's actively trying to fix things, He's also getting increasingly stressed about his age, being around 38, and he's convinced they're going to have fertility issues. But he's also acting like they've got all the time in the world to figure this out, which doesn't quite add up, does it? So now they've got all these other issues bubbling up between them. And get this, he doesn't even want to go on holiday or anything until they're perfect again. But, and this is where it gets a bit sad, he really needs that break. That time away together to actually help them reconnect and get things back on track. Right, so that's his side of the story. Now, from yours truly, small boy sir, look, trying for a baby, it sounds like it throws a whole load of unexpected curveballs at a relationship. And honestly, you're probably not going to get any groundbreaking. Advice from me on this one. I'm likely just going to tell you to relax and stop stressing, which, let's be real, is probably the least helpful thing you could possibly say to someone in that situation. But hey, at least I'm honest, right? Holy moly guacamole, relationships, they're a wild ride. So what's the takeaway from all this, my awesome viewers? I reckon it's that even the most solid relationships can face some unexpected turbulence when big life decisions like trying for a family come into play. Communication, keeping that spark alive, and remembering why you liked each other in the first place seem pretty crucial, wouldn't you say? And maybe, just maybe, try not to turn baby making into a second job, yeah? If you dug this little peek into real life stuff and want more stories, maybe with a touch more of my insightful, or maybe not so insightful, commentary, then go ahead and smash that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to Small Boy Sir for more tales from the everyday, the slightly odd, and everything in between. Thanks for hanging out!